What's going on, guys? So today we're talking about another cut test that I quite enjoy, and it is called shaving paper, because that's what you're doing. You're shaving paper. It's very difficult to do. You need a super sharp knife to do it. Today I'm using, for example here, a Civivi. This is a Drifter 2. Very cool knife. Been using this on and off. This does not have a factory edge anymore. I stropped this up and then used it again, stropped it up again, never sharpened it or anything, but just kept going back and forth between using it and stropping it up. And right now I just clean up the edge again on the strop, a couple passes either way. And we're gonna go ahead and see if this will shave paper. So what we want is a piece of regular copy paper, printer paper. All right, nothing special, normal stuff you'd be printing. So the first level of sharpness, kind of the standard, the gold standard of a sharp edge, is to cleanly slice through paper. So what you want your knife to be able to do is that. All right, have a nice clean slice. All right, if I zoom in and we look at the edge here, there's no tearing or fraying or anything like that. Just a pretty clean slice, very simple, right? That's a sharp knife. That's all you need, really, for anything. It's a very, very sharp knife. Now, some people go above and beyond, and they try to make their edge so incredibly sharp that it is capable of doing lots of other things. I think another standard for people is shaving sharp. All right, so I'll shave my arm real quick here, actually my hand. This is usually my test patch. I have hair that's on the side here that I don't really care about that much. All right, so this knife could cleanly shave hair. All right, as you can see. So, I mean, obviously it's another test that people do. It's shaving sharp, right? So it's nice and sharp. You know, all that hand hair off our paper here. But that is not today's test. Today's test is next level stuff. Zoom out, my camera's bugging out. Next level is to shave paper. Now what I mean by that is to take a layer of paper off the top without cutting through. All right, that is extremely difficult. So we're gonna see if we could do that today with this Civivi. All right, so let's zoom back in. Now my table's uneven, so I have a phone book here just to keep a flat surface. So we're gonna attempt this here. All right, get all the hair off the rest of the blade here. So this is shaving paper. All right, now this nice clip point here is fantastic for using. Although there's not a whole lot of belly here, it makes it a lot easier shaving paper if you have a nice round belly, because it creates basically a point almost, so that the pressure you're pushing forward when doing this, it's just easier. I've done it with all different types of blade profiles. Sometimes it's easy to do with Tantos, you know, depending on the exact profile, but you know, you can do it with any knife. But here we go. So I'm just going to, at a pretty extreme angle here, you can see it's almost flat. That's not flat. And I'm just going to attempt to cut through without actually piercing the paper itself. All right, I have to get the right angle here, and also so you guys can see it. Oh, see, I'm not even in camera. All right, so this lifted up a piece, but didn't quite shave it off. Pushing forward. Now you don't want the paper to wrinkle. Let me see if I can, let me back out just a little bit here. I might have to show you this like here, and then we'll zoom in and get more detail. Make sure that the camera doesn't wig out on me. I don't know what's going on there. But you could, I don't know if you can see, but these little pieces here, these are layers that are coming off the paper, but I want a nice clean slice. So let's move that out of the way. See these little pieces? These are all little tiny layers. They're coming off. There we go. That's what I want. I want this where it's lifting up, but I want to be able to do it cleanly. So let's find a nice fresh spot. See this little flap here? Let me zoom in. That is a flap of paper. It's a layer of paper coming off of the paper itself. All right. See? They just cut into the paper, but we did not cut through the paper. If I lift this up, you can see. Let me give you an angle shot here. Let's see, let's lift this up. Get that to focus. Come on, focus. There we go. So this is literally just a piece of that paper, but we did not pierce all the way through. All right. Now with a really sharp knife, you're able to do this pretty consistently. You can get like dime-sized pieces that will cut completely off. That's what I'm trying to attempt here. The knife is very, very sharp, but it's not quite at that level where this is easy to do. Again, all these pieces of little paper here, these are all flaps that are coming up and pieces that were shaved off, but there's no holes in this paper, okay? Underneath it is just even thinner than it was before. So here's a little piece that just came up, just to show you. We're shaving the paper. All these little bits are pieces of paper, but there's no holes in the paper. We're just taking layers off. All right, let's find a nice clean spot. Try it again. There we go, that's what I wanted. To literally shave a piece off, all right? All little pieces of paper, but there's no holes. All right, what you don't want to do, let that focus, is cut through. All right, so if you just try to cut through, it looks like, oh wow, you're shaving a big piece off. No, you just literally went through the paper. You know, that's what you want to avoid in trying this test. No holes, but you want a bunch of paper to come up. All right, see that nice flap there? That's what you want. That's shaving paper. So this is doing it. It's not doing it as good as it could. I've had knives where I sharpened them up real nice and literally, I mean, I didn't actually sharpen this. This was just stropped back and forth. But if you really work on this edge, take your time, you can get this. I mean, the S35VN is amazing stuff. And you can get this, like, seriously. I want to say hair popping, but this is hair popping. It's beyond that. It's really next level. So anyway, paper shaving. Try it sometime. It's easy to do. Just grab a piece of paper and shave all these little bits off, but don't go through it. Okay, if you have a hole, obviously you're not shaving the paper, you're cutting through it. So there you go, just some next level sharpening tests. So that's it for now, guys. Stay tuned. In the future I will definitely do a video on this this knife, this Civivi. This is a second version of this. The first one had a lock back. I'm not sure what the steel was on the first one, but this second run of them, they're little front flippers. You see that little protrusion, a little bit of jimping on there. So use your thumb, pop that open. Pretty cool. Pretty impressed with the knife, but I'll definitely talk about this a little more in the future. Just want to do this little cut test for you today. But hopefully you guys enjoyed it. Thanks for watching. And of course, post down in the comment section all of your extreme cut tests to see if you can get those edges just a little bit above and beyond normal. So here's a closer shot of this knife before I go here. But just beautiful. And there's a bunch of different versions of this. In fact, the second run, they have some really cool combinations with like there's a blue carbon fiber with the Damascus blade and stuff. I mean, just really awesome. These knives run about $100 or so. The Damascus ones, I think, are only like another 20 or 30 bucks. But definitely worth looking into. So anyway, that's it for now. Have a great day, guys. And I hope to see you tomorrow with a brand new video. Take care.